Hello, common sensors. It's Joe Palmetto, Joe the lawyer, bringing you another update on the sovereign citizen state of America. We have an article here today titled Sovereign Citizen Tried to Scam Freedom Arms Company Founder. We're going to dig into this one. We're going to do some analysis. We're going to learn something and we're going to have a little bit of fun. But before we do that, grab your favorite beverage. Be it water, be it ice water, be it bottled water. Maybe you drink the fancy stuff, Fiji. I myself am addicted to caffeine. I prefer coffee. You hopefully prefer coffee as well. So please raise your cup, your mug, your glass, your bottle, your Fiji in the air. Toast with me. Cheers, and let's do a same time sip, because it tastes better when we sip it together. Delicious. And of course, before we get into this article, a little bit of a plug. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share this channel. All of that stuff is a free way to support the show. It incentivizes me to make more videos because I know I'm getting positive feedback. Also, sign up for my email list. Get a free PDF of the history and examination of the sovereign citizen movement, written by yours truly. That is going to be the preview of an ebook that I am writing about sovereign citizens. So sign up for my email list. You'll get more free stuff, updates on everything I do. Now let's dig into this article here. Sovereign citizen tried to scam Freedom Arms Company founder. The Wyoming Supreme Court has prohibited a retired dentist and self-identified sovereign citizen in Freedom, Wyoming, from the unauthorized practice of law after he deceived the late co-founder of a well-known Wyoming gun maker to revise a trust agreement. The court handed down the order on Wednesday to Clyde Wallace Stock after an investigation revealed he changed the agreements for Richard Kasul, who was dying of cancer, and his wife Geraldine Kasul, who was incapacitated with dementia. Gunsmith Richard Kasul co-founded Freedom Arms in 1978. He held 17 firearm patents and developed the powerful .454 Kasul cartridge. He died at 87 in 2018, and Geraldine died at age 87 on February 19, 2019, according to the document supporting the order. Mr. Stock has a history of sovereign citizen activity, including refusing to pay taxes. The typical, this is in every article. The FBI describes the sovereign citizens as anti-government extremists who believe that even though they physically reside in this country, they are separate or sovereign from the United States. I like that definition. As a result, they believe they don't have to answer to any government authority, including courts, taxing entities, motor vehicle departments, or law enforcement. In the case of Stock, he apparently didn't believe he needed to have a law license to revise the Kasul's trust agreement. In February 2018, the Kasul's longtime attorney, Kevin Voiles, notified the Wyoming State Bar that Stock, a longtime friend of the Kasul's, set up a trust agreement with unusual provisions. They included vesting ownership of the couple's real and personal property in him and Martin Oakey, who served as trustees. Stock also prepared powers of attorney for the couple and a quitclaim deed conveying the couple's real property to the trust. Meanwhile, Jackson attorney Andrew Irvin sent a formal report to the state bar on behalf of a nephew of the Kasuls. The report said Stock and Oakey provided legal advice and drafted legal documents for the Kasuls. It appears that Stock and Oakey preyed on this sick and elderly couple in order to undo their long-standing trust agreement and take their property and assets for their own. The state bar sent a letter to Stock and asked him to respond. Well, that should be interesting. Stock responded, writing, "I have never intended to practice law. If what I did appeared to be the practice of law, I apologize. After all, The law doesn't apply to me. As long as I write my name in capital letters, the UCC gives me a special loophole that prevents me from being a 14th Amendment citizen. That part was added by yours truly, in case you couldn't tell. Stock later sent a letter to the state bar to which he attached a list of cases pulled from the internet, which he said shows he does not need a license to practice law in any event. On March 29, 2019, the State Bar responded that Stock did engage in 4 incidents of the unauthorized practice of law. They proposed a consent agreement to stop, including making restitution and paying a fine for each of the incidents. Let me tell you, friends and family, a consent agreement is a slap on the wrist. This man should have taken it and run. Stock didn't respond. Instead, he sent an express notice of waiver of tort, a sovereign citizen style document that offered to settle the issue with the state bar paying him $620,000. A month later, Stock sent the bar a notice of default when it didn't pay. Oh, now Mr. Barr doesn't pay taxes. Now he gets to be the IRS. In May, the state bar filed a petition to stop Stock, who responded in sovereign citizen language that he has not been a resident of any county in Wyoming or elsewhere. The bar, in their rules, this is a quote, and power over the respondent does not exist. Respondent has no evidence of this court's jurisdiction and believes none exists. The bar set a hearing for September 20th in Green River, and Stock responded that he was sick and couldn't attend, adding that he didn't need to be licensed to practice law. The state bar responded that he submitted to having a license in a profession because he has a dental license from the Wyoming Board of Dental Examiners. Stock responded since he had asked that his dental license be canceled. He since had asked that it be canceled. The hearing was scheduled for December 3rd. Stock didn't show up. However, Voyle testified that he tried to persuade Stock to rescind his actions, with Stock responding that he was only trying to help the Casuls by benefiting himself, after all. Voiles didn't buy into what he called Stock's feigned innocence, according to Wyoming Supreme Court records. Voiles suspected that this was part of a larger scheme by Stock and a few cohorts to obtain control of Casull's estate, including a large gun collection. I bet that's a cool-ass gun collection. As well as Mr. Casull's drawings and other proprietary materials related to his numerous arms-related inventions. The Wyoming Supreme Court gave a June 1st deadline to Stock to pay $5,000 to the nephew and to pay a fine of $4,000, $1,000 each for the 4 incidents of the unauthorized practice of law, and to reimburse the Wyoming State Bar $6,000 for the cost of the hearing. Stock has no current or past listed phone numbers, so he could not be contacted for a comment. Okay, this guy, listen, I'm going to go defense attorney here. We all saw the article earlier where the guy who was sending liens to the IRS and the federal state officials got 25 years in jail. Okay, and this guy who tried to steal someone's estate, steal 2 old, elderly, disabled people's estate, okay, ends up getting a bunch of fines. Does that really make sense? Look, I'm just listen, I don't have any sympathy for these people, okay? But I'm telling you, the justice system needs to figure things out, okay? 25 years for a sovereign who files fake tax liens, and just a couple $1,000s in fines for the guy who tries to steal an old and elderly people's estates. They're both clowns and both deserve to be punished, okay? But I feel that their punishments should be more or less equal. 5 years for this guy, unauthorized practice of law, 5 years for that guy with the fake liens, not 25 years for that guy and, $10,000 in fines for this guy. Just throwing that out here. This dude, there's no way. Listen, he knows he's practicing fake law, okay? Because he got all his fake law from the sovereign citizen websites and from dudes on YouTube, like that guy we were talking about on my live screen with Aldonthian McAllister, okay? He knew exactly what he was doing. He was trying to play this sovereign citizen game to make millions of dollars for himself, okay? And they use this ideology to trick very gullible people. And though they claim they are separate and apart from the United States, they have no problem at all cashing, saving, and spending United States currency. I hope the Wyoming State Bar takes this guy to task, okay? This one really rubbed me the wrong way, even more than the fake liens guy, though. And this dude was a dentist. He was a dentist. He was a dentist. He had a dental license. He got a dental license to practice dentistry. Okay, it just shows you it's all total BS. Okay, I'm done. Thank you for joining the Common Sense Academy. Please leave me some comments. If you want me to cover certain stories, drop those stories in the comments. Send me emails. Let me know. I'll cover other stories as well. Please share this video. It's the best way to support this show for free. This show will always remain free. Sign up for my email list. Get cool updates and other free stuff I'm going to send you. It is below. You get a free PDF right off the bat. Common Sense out.